What's going on, people? It's your boys, Brass Tax, and
Sparechange up in this piece.
Oh, up in this piece. You should have just said bitch. What's wrong with you? Shit. But together, what are we, bro?
Dynamically challenged. Episode 2.
Episode 2. That's the one. You know what we also are, Shane? We are apparently male chauvinist pigs, 1. And number 2, we have a lot of toxic masculinity.
That was the comment that I got on the Kristen Stewart clip that I posted on the channel.
So what you're saying really is always all your fault.
Nah. What was the, let me read the actual comment here.
Yeah, let's read the comments. Let's get nasty.
Comment. All right, this was from user The Grimmy Reaper.
The Grimmy Reaper?
Or is it The Grimy Reaper?
The Grimy Reaper.
OMG. So much toxic masculinity in this clip, I'm literally shaking right now.
Yeah? You know what that tells me, Shane?
Oh, God.
Do you want my professional opinion? This guy's a pussy. This guy is a first-class pussy.
But is it a guy, though? We don't know.
Oh, shit. It probably is. It's probably some beta male. Like, oh my God, I'm so shaking. What the fuck?
So the clip was only about us talking about if Kristen Stewart was attractive. Well, I was saying that she was attractive, and you were saying that she was a good actor.
Can I just say, everyone expects me to be a prick. Yeah, everyone expects me to be the prick here. I was the one who was actually talking about her lack of acting ability. Shane was the one who was talking about her looks.
That's right. Her beauty, as I
her beauty. And then, you know, so you're obviously the one with the toxic masculinity.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to give somebody a compliment for being attractive and beautiful. God, I'm such a jerk. Such a jerk.
Yeah, he must be a fan of the Gillette ad for sure. Must be. Probably looked at that and say, you know what? You can't even say hi to a girl anymore. You can't even tell a girl to smile because shit, that's sexual harassment in this bitch.
Did you see the MTV Music Awards?
I missed it.
You missed it. Anyways, they had the comedian that was hosting it, Sebastian Maniscalco, who happens to be in The Irishman now. I think he's got a small role in The Irishman. But he's got some Netflix specials, HBO specials. He's older. You know, he's kind of in the Seinfeld era of comedians. So older guy, older dude hosting the VMAs.
Like what you're basically telling me is he's halfway Thanos snapped. Like just beginning to dust off a little bit.
Yeah, like he wanted to snap. He wants to snap the millennials away. That's what he wants to do.
Oh, listen, ain't no problem with that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Anyway, so he dropped a couple of jokes in his VMA intro about saying he might trigger some of the millennials in the crowd with some of his jokes, and if they need be, MTV put a room in the back so everybody can go there and get their emotions in check, and they can ride on Little Nas X's pony or something like that. Oh, and everybody was just like, you could see all the young people in the crowd was just like shocked by it.
Oh my God.
That he said only the artists that actually worked hard and got trophies deserved it. And they weren't giving away participation awards. So if you didn't get an award, you got to go back next year and work harder. And I guess everybody was just tweeting about it. They were just upset about this guy, how he's lost touch with the generation, yada, yada, yada.
But you know what?
Unbelievable.
We're not of that generation.
I'm definitely not that generation.
Shane, we were in the generation where if we fucked up, we got our asses whooped by our parents. We were of that generation.
Man. My mom I used to get in trouble. My mother used to rip the power cord off of the lamp and whip me with it. She used to go out, she used to tell me to go outside, get a stick off the ground, and then she'd whip me with it. That's the kind of shit that I grew up in.
See, back in the day, I used to have a very large hip-hop collection. Like when we had them back in cassettes. Good old cassette days, right? And I had like a collection of 300 or 400 albums. NWA, Ghetto Boys, the old school stuff. And that used to be my life. And I remember that you guys got GCSEs over there, right? Do you guys have GCSEs? We got exams, very important exams over here in the UK, right? I think I was 16 years old, and we were just messing around that first year, right? I remember my first GCSEs, my first exams, I absolutely failed. And when I mean failed, Shane, I failed so horribly, right? Every single, I got D's, E's, and F's across the board. The only thing I got a C in without trying was English, right? Let me tell you, my dad whooped the shit out of me. And he threw all of my collection away, yeah? I never fucked up again. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was it. See, back now, they'll just be like, listen, can we have a conversation about your grades? None of that shit when I was growing up. There was no conversation. It was like, do you value your life?
Hell yeah. I'm going to take away your... Now it's like, I'm going to take away your iPhone for the day and then think about what you did.
Yeah. Why don't you go to your room and think about what you did? My dad's like, go to the cops. Fuck it. You're dead.
Now it's like, Dad, if you touch me, I'm going to report you to the Child Protection Services. So don't touch me, Dad. Oh, God.
No.
My parents would have been, they would have been hung. They would have been hung by now if they lived in this era and I reported them. God. But we're toxic though. I guess we're toxic for trying to compliment somebody.
We were at my God and I were at a restaurant, and there were these few guys together. They were like a bunch of couples sitting diagonally across from us, but they were in view. And my girl was wearing one of these, Chinese outfit. You get the Chinese kind of dresses. They're really nice. Am I saying it the right way? You get these like Oriental looking dresses with the high collars and stuff, right? Or whatever they are, you know what I mean. They're really nice. And then we overheard one of the girls saying, yeah, that's, she's appropriating the culture. I'm like, you don't even know what my girl is. Oh, fuck you. No, seriously, I'm getting sick of this shit. Appropriation in this bitch. Are you an Iggy Azalea fan? Fuck you.
We live in a Twitterverse. The fucking let's complain about everything. Kills me.
Look how we've started this podcast, Shane. A lot of people are thinking, shit, we wanted 4Ks. Now listen, just a quick thing. If there are any millennials listening to our podcast who are fans of us, don't take it personally. We're just having a laugh.
Yeah. We don't mean to be toxic. We just mean to be real. That's all.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is brought to you by Gillette. Enjoy. There you go. That's it. Go for it.
Let's get out of the politics here. Let's talk about the big release that came out this week. Last Tuesday? Apocalypse Now 4K.
Apocalypse Now, baby. Yeah. What about it? I did a review on it. You've you've touched on it. So, yeah. So you and I have slightly different opinions on this release, I think. Do we?
I just thought it was okay looking. I thought it was all right. I gave it an 8 for video.
8's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's what I gave it.
It's not reference.
It's not reference. I'm not reference. Yeah, I've seen people say, "Oh my God, this is amazing."
Oh my God, this is beautiful.
Why are you using a UK accent? Why do you assume he's from the UK? You don't hear me saying, that's Irish.
That's my Australian. It's beautiful, mate. It's beautiful.
Hey, then we get South Africans, huh? Fuck off, huh? This is a good movie. I don't know. And you get the Thai people just be like, this is very good. Thai, I'm gonna take the piss out of you. Shane is Thai, by the way. I don't know what kind of making you think he's a mixed race alien or something. He is Thai, okay?
African, bro. I'm African.
Yeah, and his brother was in, yes, you've guessed it, John Wick 3.
African, bro.
He was at the end. Yeah? There you go. Go on, Shane.
Anyways, I went on the Blu-ray forums and I saw a couple of YouTube reviews saying it was spectacular, it was referenced, it was shot yesterday. I was like, damn. I said, maybe I'm going into this with the wrong mindset. That's why I should probably go and try to do the review. So let me go sit there for the 3 hours and watch this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, definitely not.
May I just say something? When you were halfway through watching the movie, you did send me a text.
Yeah, what did it say?
Are we going to talk about the text you sent me? Or not? Okay, we'll leave that out. Go on, carry on.
What did I say? It was really boring. It was a long, boring movie.
Yeah, I think the correct. Let me have a look. This is boring as hell. Shane has confirmed that Apocalypse Now is boring as hell. That's his opinion and his opinion alone, ladies and gentlemen. So that's Shane. That's your boy, Mr. Sparechange.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the movie. I think I saw it once. I think I caught it on TV once, like years ago. So I never actually sat down to watch it. So I was expecting Hacksaw Ridge type of thing, or Saving Private Ryan type of thing. I didn't know it was a witch hunt for a manhunt for Marlon Brando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, how many people get killed in this? Like 5? I was like, what? Dude, I felt bad for that. I felt bad for that cow at the end of the movie. Like, I'm pretty sure they killed that for real, legit. Chopped his head off.
I was just thinking beef burgers. I'll be honest with you. Whether you find it boring, many people perceive it to be a classic. People have asked what's the best version, and I did a little kind of survey with friends and family, and I saw some people on the forums as well. Apparently, theatrical is still the best cut, and then it's Redux. It's not redo, okay, Blu-ray Dan. You and I have been going back and forth over this. You said redo, okay? It's Redux second and the final cut third. I think the final cut is the weakest of the three.
Which one? I don't even know what I saw. It was 3 hours. What was that the redo?
Yeah, the final cut. The Redux is, I believe it's 3 hours and 40 minutes, I think.
3 hours
maybe
and 40
4
minutes?
hours. Yeah, maybe 4 hours.
Good Lord.
Yeah. But generally, you thought it was, so you're saying it's a good transfer for its time, but it's not really standing up to anything right now, which I agree with.
Yeah, it's good looking for a 40-year-old movie, no doubt about it. But if you're gonna put it up against like Aquaman, like current standards of, like I told you earlier, if you were gonna go shopping at your Best Buy or PC Richards or wherever you guys are at, if all they did was show 4K displays showing Apocalypse Now, I don't think too many people are going to want to buy 4K TVs. If you threw in Aquaman, people are going to say, damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's an A1 transfer right there. That's an A1 TV.
A1 transfer. Shane, if I see any T-shirts with A1 written on it, there's going to be trouble. Yeah? Don't think that did you think I was going to let that little comment you made in your video slide about me? About the cuddly toy shit. You think I didn't catch that shit, Shane? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Okay, bro. Okay.
People wonder. People saying,
people wonder. Let them wonder.
He must have put on some weight.
Oh, you think it could not just be because I'm busy. And this is just the easiest way for me to do it right now. It has to be something related to the way I look. Maybe he hurt his face. Maybe he's got a black eye. Maybe he got beaten up. It's got to be something drastic.
That's my toxic mentality that I have.
That is definitely your toxic masculinity playing up. It is spreading all over this podcast, Shane. All over it.
I'm telling you. God damn. Just my toxic review of Apocalypse Now.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
That's it. But you liked it though. You're a fan of the movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie, but it's not. I mean, in terms of war movies, it's definitely not my favorite. My top 10 movies, it falls somewhere around 7, 8, maybe 9. It's not at the top of my war movie list.
Mm-hmm. What did you think about the sound? I heard didn't Blu-ray give it like a 5 out of 5 or something like that? Blu-ray.com.
Blu-ray gives everything 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Listen, people, I'm just going to say this. You don't really want to go to Blu-ray.com for your information. No, they're very good on information, but the reviews, I look at some of the reviews on there and I'm just like, are we watching the same movie? Now, once again, Shane, you and I aren't experts, but come on.
I'm like, they must be watching it on their phone where everything is super tight and crispy. That's what I think.
But here's the question. And I want you guys to answer this in the comments section. Do you guys want to know what a movie looks like by an expert? Like, really, by an expert? Like, think about that. Or do you want someone to tell you what the movie looks like who's very much like yourself, who looks at things you guys look at, or whatever? So I'd be interested to know.
There you go. Leave us a comment down below. We forgot to talk about the Atmos real quick. Atmos.
Oh, yeah. Atmos.
So the Atmos, you liked it.
They call it sensual sound, Shane.
Yes, sensual.
Nasty. I really like the sound. I thought it had great verticals. Great surround sound. I liked it. I think it's a solid 9. The sound. Gunfire was great. What did you think?
I think I gave it like a 7.5 or something like that. Because it sounded like an old movie, but with stuff coming above your head.
So what you're saying is, you gave it a 7.5 based on the sound effects, not based on the atmosphere. But what you're saying is the sound effects impacted the atmosphere because they felt fake and old.
I'm going to say the soundtrack sounded dynamically challenged as compared to now. Effectively.
Well, you heard it from him, people. Dynamically challenged atmos.
There it is.
Shit. I don't know what to say.
You just can't take really old movies with old sound effects and just put them above your head and think they sound awesome.
Speaking of which, speaking of sound effects, just for a sec, you might want to check out Batman Returns because, and I could be totally wrong, or maybe I'm just getting old, but it sounded like they've done something different with the sound effects on that movie. Because there's something different, there's different stuff I noticed in the sound that I'm sure weren't there before.
If it sounds better.
It sounds better.
If it sounds better, hey, nothing wrong with that. That's like, I think they did a lot of the effects in the original Star Wars when they re-released it, just to make it more up to date. So I mean, if they're gonna make it sound fresh and new and more dynamic, I have no problem with that. I'm not a film guy that's gonna be like, oh, I've got to see it in the exact way that it was done, blah blah blah. I gotta listen to it. If it was done in mono, I gotta listen to it in mono. What? No.
I believe that a 4K disc should look visually better than a 1080p disc.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I think. That's how I feel. It shouldn't look worse. So when they start tampering with the shit. But anyway, we going off onto a tangent. What's next? Godzilla 3D?
Oh yeah, Godzilla 3D.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was alright. I thought it was maybe a notch below Skull Island.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I kind of thought it's a 7.5. There's great depth throughout. There's not any really pop-out scenes. There's a scene at the end, you know, in the film's climax where they got rain. Rain always looks good in 3D. That felt very three-dimensional to me. That looked very three-dimensional. But yeah, great. Oh, there's great depth. It wasn't cardboardy. It looked good. But it's just...
I think it's a really dark movie, so it's a little hard to get that pop out.
That's the problem. With 3D and dark movies don't really mix. Is it better than the 4K, Shane? Not for me.
No. Yeah, I'll pick the 4K over it.
Yeah,
especially
all day.
with the Atmos. Especially the sound is much better on the 4K.
100%. So, you know, guys want to know, we got 3D enthusiasts that want to know. I'd say if you like 3D, pick it up, but pick it up when it's discounted because it's not going to blow you away. But you'll appreciate it. Yeah. You'll appreciate the depth. But if you're torn between that and the 4K, then it's 4K all day.
4K all day, mate.
4K all day, mate. Shane, you got to work on your English accent.
That's Australian.
That's not Australian.
Yeah.
People in the comment section, did that sound like an Australian accent to you?
It's Australian, mate.
Australian, mate.
After I leave out here, I'm going to grab me a Foster's.
See, that doesn't even... That's
Foster's
like...
is Australian. It's Australian for beer.
Australian. Okay, fair enough. I don't know what to say. People, if you feel that was a good Australian accent, then just let us know in the comment section. Okay.
Men in Black, 4K Blu-ray.
You guys got my thoughts on the review, but Shane, go and tell us yours.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think.
I thought it was really good, yeah. Oh, me. Okay. Maybe.
Great depth. A showcase, a 4K showcase. You'd want to...
I think so.
Yeah. Sony are always doing their thing. It's come to a point where as soon as I see it's Sony, I know exactly what to expect. The only way it gets a bit complicated is when it's slightly older movies. Then you never know.
Yeah.
But generally, Sony are the kings of this.
Yeah, man, I gave it like a 9.5. I think 9.4 or something.
Yeah. No, Men in Black is a beautiful movie, beautiful looking movie, and I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
It's a beautiful movie and beautiful.
It's a beautiful
bad
movie.
As well. Beautiful bad as well.
Beautiful bad. It's yeah, that's true. All right, guys, I want to talk to you about Rambo, the last one, John Rambo. Shane
comes out Tuesday next week.
Shane hasn't seen it. Shane, if Shane does see it, he doesn't want to review it. So I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts about it. And generally speaking, I'm not going to get into the 4K shot in or digital intermediates, because I'm just going to tell you what I think, because it doesn't matter with this release, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a very average release. Okay, very average. It's a smidgen better than the 1080p in parts. There are some sharp scenes and there's some sharp details, but nothing. The panties are staying firmly on. You're getting no play that day, you know. So it's a very minor upgrade at that. Yeah, Blu-ray.com probably gave it 5 out of 5, but I'm telling you, it's minor. HDR is cool. There's a bit more color. Some shots do look very nice with the color, but there's nothing which is really going to blow you away in this release. Is it the best version to have? Yeah, but maybe by a couple of pubic hairs. The Atmos itself is good, but it's nothing, once again, mind-blowing. There are some overheads. It didn't feel like they really took their time on sound allocation. You know what I mean? It's like there's some, I was watching a movie, listening to it. There's some shots where you would think that you would hear it overhead, but you hear it on the side. It's a bit weird, some of the Atmos. The surround sound's pretty good, and if you want it for an upgrade in sound, it's definitely that. It's just not as big an upgrade as I was expecting, and transfers, it's okay. It gets a 6 from me.
Sounds like a winner.
Yes, and the sounds are 6.5, so it's up to you. I'd wait till it's heavily discounted.
There it is. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I know it comes out Tuesday, but I'm skipping that one. I don't think anybody's really asking for that one. But one thing I'm not going to skip at the movies is that new Joker movie.
Oh my God. Guys, we saw the Joker trailer. Joaquin Phoenix is the man. Like, I love what they've done here.
I liked it. I think it's got that real world kind of Nolan feel to it. It's even got that guy. Wasn't that guy in the trailer? He was from one of from the Batman movies.
I'm not sure.
I think he punched him in the face towards the end of the trailer. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Right?
You know who that is, right? In this movie.
Who?
I think it's Bruce Wayne's dad in this. I think I could be wrong.
Because I remember Catwoman had drugged him at that party. Remember in part 2? No, part 3. Remember she drugged him?
Yeah.
And he gave her a drive home or something like that.
Yeah, it could be him.
Do you remember that? I think that was
could be him.
When I was watching, I was like, are they trying to link that?
No.
To Batman Rises?
No. I'm definitely going to watch the film, but on the first trailer, I was just thinking, they're making him very, very sympathetic.
Well, maybe in the trailer.
Yeah, he's being bullied a lot and stuff, and
yeah.
You know, and I felt bad for him, but you know who he becomes, and it comes to a point where, I mean, I'm definitely interested to see. Robert De Niro is dead. You know, when he said, look, just introduce me as Joker, I know exactly what's going to happen. Joker's going to go onto that talk show. He's going to kill that bitch. 100%. In front of everyone. It was also one of the comics where, and guys, don't kill me because I don't read the comics, but there's a talk show host who kind of invites him down, and he's kind of mocked him before, and then Joker shoots him in the head. In the comic.
Yeah.
So,
I think that was the Dark. I think it was the Dark Knight. I think that's the one.
One of them, but yes, yeah. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be gritty. It's got an R rating. That's the only movie I'm really excited about this year.
I like how he threw in the little laugh he does, the uncontrollable laughing, because I know it's a disease that he was focusing it on.
Yeah.
I think it's called the pseudo Bulliber effect or something like that, or PBA.
So they made, like you said, they made it very grounded. So I'm really, really excited.
After I heard about that, I watched a couple YouTube videos on the disease there, and that's how they laughed. They showed a video of this guy. He was just like sitting in his car, and he was just like, just giggling, almost to the point where he couldn't breathe. Like he thought he was going to choke from laughing. Like it's pretty bad.
Yeah, they laugh, and then it's like they snap straight out of it, right?
Yeah.
Shit, that's crazy.
So yeah, man. But then I was reading some stuff like, why is he doing that? Like making fun of these people with laughing disease or something like that. Like I was like, yo, come on. Like I said, man, like the culture today again, horrible.
I know. It's going to be a great movie, though. My only problem is if it is really, really good, people are going to want a sequel, and Joaquin Phoenix doesn't like signing up for more than one project at a time. They don't have him bound to more movies. They've just got him for the one, so I don't know. They're aiming for the Oscar in this one, bro. They're aiming for it.
I could see if this movie was really awesome, and then the standalone Batman is really awesome. Maybe they mix the two together.
Yeah, they could do. Mm-hmm. Oh, the timeline's a bit shit, but because this is set in 1981. But they could do something. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Batman could be in 81 too. We don't know yet.
Yeah, it could be. It could work. But then I think you see a little Bruce Wayne in this movie. So some time may have to pass.
Huh. So wait, if Bruce Wayne's little in the movie, that means by the time he's actually fighting Joker in the future, the Joker is like, what, 60 years old?
Maybe.
That makes sense.
Maybe. But they're not doing it with that in mind. This is just a Joker movie, so they're not thinking of all these things, but they could do something. Be interested to see. Be interesting to see. But I'm really excited. October, I'm there, day one. Did you watch Terminator trailer? The new one?
I did watch it, yeah. Yes, I did. I'm glad they brought back the Terminator theme, because the Terminator theme wasn't in the last trailer.
See, I feel about Terminator the same way I feel about Star Wars right now. We've been burnt in the last ones. Well, specifically, The Last Jedi was trash. Terminator 3 was trash. Terminator Salvation was okay. I didn't like it too much. And Terminator Genesis was just... I like bits of Terminator Genesis, but, it wasn't really doing it for me. And you got James Cameron saying, this movie is a direct sequel to Terminator 2, and this movie's going to be amazing. Guess what, Shane? That motherfucker said the same thing about the last two movies. He said the same thing about Terminator 3. He said the same thing about Genesis. Come to find out, Jim Cameron's not even been on set on any of these movies. He's just been giving him some ideas and stuff. So I don't know. It looks good.
Yeah,
it looks...
The CGI looks a little suspect.
And we always say, maybe they'll fix it. Sometimes they don't fix it, Shane. Sometimes it looks suspect in the movie as well. I don't know. I want to watch it. I'm going to watch it, but I'm not as enthusiastic because I'm expecting it to be a big letdown.
Positive note, it looks like we get 3 female protagonists.
I don't have an issue with that. Sarah Connor is a gangster.
And then we get the new young one.
And then you got the other one who's a Sam Worthington ripoff from Salvation, right? Pretty much she's human, but she's synthetic or something.
Yeah, like a cyborg or something.
Mm-hmm. So this looks intriguing. I'm intrigued by all this.
Maybe if they would have just kept Sarah by herself.
I think they're going to use this movie to kind of pass the torch.
Why couldn't it be Sarah by herself and then maybe get the original Edward Furlong in shape for the movie?
Spoiler alert, he's in the movie.
You think so?
No, he's confirmed it. Everyone's confirmed it. What? He's in the movie. He's in the movie briefly. Do you want to hear a spoiler about the movie, apparently?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so if you guys don't want to hear a spoiler, just skip forward 30 seconds. So basically, he's in the movie for about 10 minutes. He gets killed. That is why Sarah Connor is trying to shoot Arnie when she sees him, because he had something to do with it or something. Yeah, he's in it, but he's not in it for very long, and apparently the reason is they kill him. They kill him off.
I have to wait and see. When's that come out?
November.
Right.
November. I like the fact that they gave the bad Terminator. I like it that they gave him a bit more of a personality. My body's a weapon. That's what I say in the bedroom, baby.
And he looks like he's Hispanic as well.
So this is a woke Terminator. Well, in that case, Genesis was the woke Terminator because the T-1000 in that was, what was he? Chinese or
Was he?
something?
Which one?
Friend of yours?
Which
I
one?
don't know.
Which one? Which one?
Remember, in Genesis, the T-1000, the cop when he's flipping his arms in the air, the blades and stuff.
Oh yeah. Vaguely remember that movie. Not very memorable.
So yeah, that was kind of cool. So I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. Fingers crossed, but I'm expecting to walk out of the theater afterwards saying, yeah, bullshit. More of the same shit.
Star Wars, Evil Ray.
Well, the jig is up because everyone was speculating, what is it? And then they put it on their site or something that it was a vision by accident. She is not evil, guys. It's a vision. Okay? That's what they've said.
Oh, it's like a confirmed thing?
Yeah. They said, and then they took the article down and reworded everything. I'm pissed.
Okay. Well, I mean, they did make her a Disney princess, I think, right? They couldn't renege that and make her evil princess.
And I'm still kind of hoping this is gonna happen because maybe they're just trying to fool everyone. This title's called Rise of the Skywalker, right? So maybe Kylo Ren is the hero in all of this.
That's what I thought. He's a Skywalker.
Yeah, he is a Skywalker.
Yeah.
So maybe she turns evil and then there's a switcheroo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I hope to see.
That would be cool.
Yeah, then he feels guilt for killing his dad. And then Han comes back as a Force ghost or something like that. Oh, that's not going to happen, but... Yeah.
Shane, you know what? If this film is shit, you and I need to direct the next Star Wars. We need to go down to Disney and say, listen, let's remix this movie. Because the 4K is going to be trash. We know that already. The Atmos is going to be Atmouse. Okay? So let's just redo it. What do you think?
I heard that maybe Rey could have a twin sister. Kind of like Luke has a twin sister. Kind of like because JJ kind of just redid the original Star Wars in The Force Awakens. Maybe he'll redo Star Wars again and introduce Rey's twin sister.
That's interesting. But like I said, I'm tempering my expectations because Jedi was trash. So I don't know. I'm not going to go in there with high expectations. I'm just going to go in there, see what happens, and see what it is. But I will say, the cinematography in that movie looks fantastic. The lightsaber fight in the trailer, where they got the sea clashing against the... Oh my God. It looks beautiful. Looks good. Looks good. But is it good? We're going to have to find out, bro. Shane, let's talk TVs for a sec.
Yeah, what you got? What you getting?
Oh, I got... Okay, I got the Q90R. We touched on it very briefly in the last one, right? In this one, a lot of people have been asking, why that and not the OLED? Now, Shane will vouch... Shane, how many OLEDs do you have?
I got two OLEDs. I got two Sonys. I got a Sony A1, their first OLED, and then the last one I got the A9G, the winner of the US 2019 TV shootout.
Oh shit!
And to be honest with you, I turn on that TV maybe 5 minutes every 2 days just so I can, it kind of just hangs out in my lobby. It doesn't really do anything.
So you haven't experienced any burn-in or screen retention with those TVs, obviously, because you don't have them on for very long.
No. Well, I've had 3 OLEDs, and I've never had burn-in on any one of them. And then we use the one. We use the one like every day, every night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything was good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so guys, this is what I'm going to say. So I saw the Q90R and I saw the LG C9 back to back. They were both positioned next to each other. They were both in the showroom. The OLED was significantly, what was it? It was $2.5 grand more expensive than the Q90. So initially I'm thinking, okay, am I seeing $2,000 difference? The answer is no, because believe it or not, and I think every reviewer will tell you this, the Q90, you'll be fooled into thinking it's an OLED if you look at it head on. It's that good. The picture quality is that superb. LG and Sony have safety measures for burn-in and screen retention, but I game a lot. And I have other people who like come in the house, like my girl will just leave something on and leave it frozen while she's on the phone and stuff. And I don't want to worry about things like that catching up over time. Because burn-in doesn't usually happen overnight. It happens over a long period of time. Like if you're watching the same shit every day, sooner or later it's going to catch up. And it's just one of those things I don't want to worry about. Whereas with the LED, if it comes close, you know, if it's coming close to picture quality, then does it really... I don't have to worry about screen retention or burn-in, and, you know, that's really the only reason I went for it. You know, sometimes, Shane, look, I'll leave something on pause, I'll go downstairs, take a shit, come back up. The shit could take anywhere between 35 to 40 minutes, Shane, because what happens is I take my iPad down and I just chill. Women don't understand. Women don't understand why we take so long in the toilet. Firstly, we're trying to get away from them for a little while, okay? Women, we love you, but we are trying to get away. Secondly, we just want to catch up on our stuff in the toilet, you know, go through iPad, just look at the side girls' messages, the other girls' message. Oh shit. Trying to get a phone call into the side piece. Oh shit. No, I'm just playing. But no, we just need to do our own stuff sometimes. And I don't want to worry that when I come back upstairs, I'm going to get some screen retention. That's all it is. But an OLED is fantastic. If you're not a heavy gamer, that's the one to get. You know, and that is it. That's the only reason. But there's nothing wrong with OLEDs whatsoever. It just depends on your viewing habits. Sometimes I just go on like a binge where I watch one TV show after the next. I could just sit there and eat popcorn and just sit there for like 8 hours, Shane, and just binge watch. Like The Boys, right? We watched The Boys. We binge watched that shit. I think I went through the whole thing in one day. I would have to worry after a couple of hours. Okay, do I need to switch the OLED off for a bit and stuff? I don't want to worry about that shit. That's what it is.
I rarely watch my TV. Barely. I think just the wife watches TV at night. But I either watch it on my iPad, or if I'm gonna do a movie review, then I do it on the projector.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the Q90? Be honest.
No, it's good TV. Nice, really bright. Very bright TV.
Very bright, very bright. I will say this, back-to-back picture quality, I would say the OLED wins on depth. Like, OLEDs look really three-dimensional, but in terms of peak brightness, it's very, very obvious when they're side-by-side that the Samsung has got I mean, this is 3,000 nits. It's maybe more, you know, 3,600 nits. So it's very clear peak brightness, and I've sent Shane pictures of like there's no blooming, there's no haloing around. It looks perfect. It's the best LED TV there is, I think. There it is, people. There it is.
Get one.
And I've been telling Shane about this, but he doesn't need this because he has a 3D projector. There are people out there who have the latest TVs who don't have 3D, but they have a PlayStation 4. I keep telling you, get the VR. 3D on the VR is absolutely spectacular. You feel like you're in the theater. It's extra large. Like when you got the headset on, you can see it's like you're sitting front row in the theater and watching the shit. 3D is spectacular. It's amazing. The only problem is because of the resolution, there's a bit of a screen door effect. But you can tweak it. If you tweak it, it will give you an amazing performance. I may even argue that the 3D is probably better on the VR headset than it is on the television. It's that good. It's crazy. That's what I do sometimes. Like, I've still got my old TV downstairs, but sometimes I'll just stick the disc into the PlayStation, watch 3D there. Absolutely amazing. So people have asked, look, is it a good 3D player? If you can get over the slight screen door effect that you'll have, and the slightly lower resolution, the 3D is absolutely amazing. Yes, it's a no-brainer. But you might want to wait, because I heard that there is a revision of that headset coming out soon. Maybe. So you might want to wait a bit, but if it's cheap enough, buy it. It really is. It's the way to watch.
There it is, man. Or you can get a projector. That's what I say.
Or you can get a projector like Shane. Get the leather seats, baby. Slap some asses, baby.
Tasty is all I'm saying.
Shane, I need to ask you, and you've got to be honest. Is the only thing you've done slapped ass on that chair?
No, can't divulge anything. or else people are not
Like
going to
you
want
would
to
tell me
later.
later. Get nasty. Just clean the seats, goddammit, Shane. I will come down to Connecticut at some point. Yeah, that's what Shane. Connecticut. Yeah, I will come down to Connecticut sometime and sit on the chairs, but they have to be clean. I'm just saying. Leather retains stuff. I got leather sofas. It retains shit. But there we have it, guys. Episode 2. God knows, we're just going to get crazy for episode 3. Now we're going to use the backlash we get from this one, use it on the next one. All right, guys, look, don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels. Yeah, and hit the notification bell, because subscribing isn't enough for YouTube anymore. Now you've got to hit the notification bell so you get all our content as it drops.
Yeah, and if you guys want to, if you guys got any questions, hit us up on Twitter or something like that. You know, follow us on the social medias. We'll have like a Q&A section, or we can't have a Q&A section next one, but we'll have we'll answer some of your questions on the next episode.
Or just leave a comment under this podcast, and then we'll take it from there. You know, we will do it, because we did say we were going to do a Q&A last time, but there weren't that many questions. So this time, I'm just saying, Q&A time, just post your questions and I'll answer them. And Shane. All right, guys, you take care. You guys stay sexy. We're just going to stay dynamically challenged.
See you in the next one.